Unwavering pursuit of wisdom. It's a path seldom chosen, but ultimately the most enriching in our existence. Some entities, akin to seeds, we intentionally sow in solitude, hidden from curious eyes to ensure their free development and flourishing. Deep understandings of the Stoics teach us to defend and nurture our inner selves, without feeling the need to hastily display it to the external world. Outstanding intellectuals of the past acknowledged the importance of caution in divulging information, safeguarding their secrets of achievement and teachings, realizing that excessive disclosure could distort the essence of these matters. Every moment of joy and pain, every lesson and struggle contributes to shaping our personal growth. Mindless dissemination of everything can hinder our ability to live deeply, much like constant touches can impede a flower's growth. Our own personal growth also requires isolation and a special place where we can reflect on our mistakes and successes, determining the most optimal path for moving forward. When we choose not to disclose something, it's not because we want to conceal it, but rather because we aspire to genuine personal development. There's a gap between aspects of our lives that we openly demonstrate to others and aspects we choose to keep secret. In a society that highly values exhibitionism, it can sometimes be difficult to recognize and appreciate the fundamental factors contributing to our achievements. This video explores 11 topics we recommend refraining from discussing with others, each of which holds significance. Imagine yourself immersed in the dark and deep depths of your own psyche. The Stoics viewed the pursuit of wisdom and virtue as a profound journey. They believe that true satisfaction doesn't lie in showcasing external victories, but rather in self-awareness and continual growth. Every complexity, every battle they encountered wasn't on public arenas but in the quiet expanses of the soul. Through their reflections on their triumphs, they provided us with deep contemplation. Cultivating ego and vanity can create obstacles hindering the attainment of true virtue. In their view, our excessive craving for approval from others keeps us tied to feelings of pride, susceptible to temporary admiration. Nonetheless, the Stoics imparted a valuable lesson. True achievement isn't what dazzles, but rather what quietly brings positive changes to society, nurturing virtuous principles like justice, compassion, and wisdom. Ancient sages believed that wealth isn't stored in physical vaults but resides in a harmonious and tranquil soul. Facing adversities or succumbing to defeats, they adopted a serene attitude towards life's whims. In this extraordinary quietude, we find a deliberate dedication to true perfection. They believe that true greatness lies in leading life honestly and in devotion to the common good. Their legacy has gifted us with an understanding that humility, sincerity, and unwavering pursuit of enlightenment are fundamental principles defining the essence of existence. In Stoic philosophy, every stage of the journey toward wisdom and virtue held deep significance. Deviations and obstacles weren't merely hurdles. They profoundly influenced the soul, shaped character, and imparted knowledge about the authentic essence of greatness. The true measure of human inner strength lies not in external victories, but in the internal struggles they often face unnoticed by others. However, if these difficulties were considered highly valuable, why did the Stoics recommend refraining from discussing trials that weren't overcome? The answer lies in their deep understanding of human nature. They believe that ego and pride can obscure our capacity to recognize true virtue. Unwavering pursuit of external recognition and admiration can serve as a disguise, hiding our true abilities. Stoics didn't value achievements that could easily be displayed as trophies. Instead, they aspired to true glory through actions that uplifted humanity, actions rooted in virtues such as justice, kindness, and wisdom. Their true wealth didn't lie in the gleam of gold, but rather in the radiance of their virtuous character and tranquil spirit. Understanding the concept of accepting one's fate was crucial for this comprehension. Stoics maintained composure in the face of difficulties, acknowledging that the fabric of life is sometimes shaped by uncontrollable events, approaching both victories and defeats with equanimity. "Don't speak of your good deeds," they said. Imagine a candle quietly illuminating a dimly lit room without making a sound. The emitted light is subtle and unobtrusive, yet it provides warmth and illumination to the surrounding space. Stoics viewed kindness as analogous to the flame of such a candle, stating that gestures should be genuine and modest, encouraging doing good without the desire for recognition. Why might such a viewpoint seem strange in modern society? Self-promotion plays a crucial role here. As Stoics acknowledged, there's a risk of turning generosity into a public performance, ultimately boasting about every selfless act, unintentionally seeking temporary satisfaction from receiving praise. By concealing our acts of kindness, we create a solemn opportunity for self-reflection and contemplation, allowing us to deeply connect with ourselves and question the authenticity of our actions, ensuring they are not motivated by hidden agendas. This hidden self-observation serves as a catalyst for individual development. The core principle of Stoic philosophy lies in the belief that genuine kindness does not seek attention. It manifests through acts of compassion that are both modest and sincere. This eternal knowledge surrounds us with its essence and serves as a reminder of fundamental truth. Often, the most significant gesture of kindness is one offered without expecting reward. Stoicism urges us to deeply contemplate the invisible burden of resentment. According to these ancient philosophers, holding on to resentment was akin to an anchor that hindered the spirit from freely navigating through life's challenges and experiences. However, what if we had the opportunity to choose a less common path, where forgiveness and understanding were our constant companions? At the core of this historical perspective, we discover a steadfast emphasis on moral excellence and the ability to restrain oneself. Have you ever felt the long-term weight of responsibility on your shoulders? Have you experienced feelings of fatigue, exhaustion, and bitterness? This burden, this invisible constraint, limits us, constraining our autonomy and inner peace. Interestingly, resentment often arises from a lack of understanding and can trap us in a cycle of bitterness. Stoics called for an exploration of the deep-rooted causes of others' behavior, emphasizing the importance of understanding before passing judgment. Forgiveness is not merely a selfless act that reveals the mysteries of the human spirit and frees us from the shackles of pessimism. Anger and resentment are insidious poisons that, when cultivated, corrode our world and collective well-being. However, if we choose the path of forgiveness and understanding, we'll discover a serene and harmonious sanctuary. Under the guidance of these elements lies the key to achieving personal freedom. The lighthouse serves as a beacon during emotional storms, providing us with a safe harbor of tranquility. By embracing this lesson, we come to understand that sometimes the most powerful trait lies in relinquishing control, freeing ourselves from the burdens of the past and moving towards a future of understanding and tranquility. Don't speak of your deepest dream. Visualize a unique and delicate seed resting in the center of your palm. It symbolizes your deepest dream and strongest ambitions. How can you protect it from the strong winds and storms that may hinder its growth? Stoics, known for their profound understanding, offer solutions. They viewed our desires and ambitions as invaluable seeds destined to flourish in the fertile sanctuaries of our existence, away from the storms of other scrutiny. It's rare to see how ambitions prematurely fade when met with icy skepticism or fiery ridicule. Self-sufficiency is highly regarded as a precious ornament in Stoic philosophy. Genuine wisdom and achievements are not meant for display, but are internal sources that can be accessed at any time. There's no logical need to seek temporary approval from others. We can find abundance and meaning in the depths of our own thoughts. Stoics recognize the subtle difference between healthy ambition and hubris, considering it the quiet but most important of virtues. Choosing silence regarding our ambitious goals isn't a result of timidity, but a deliberate decision to act with humility to prevent excessive self-assurance. Ultimately, this legacy deeply resonates with human emotions. There's no need to shout about our ambitions from high peaks. Instead, nurture and protect them, observing how they flourish in their serene and magnificent splendor. This precaution will acquaint us with the wisdom to recognize that sometimes the most valuable things are those we reserve exclusively for our benefit. Don't speak of your next moves. Envision a chess grandmaster deftly maneuvering their pieces in complete silence. While their opponents attempt to decipher their upcoming moves, this trajectory, following Stoic principles, acknowledges actions in one's life. They could become vulnerable to capricious influences of external evaluation, often accompanied by disapproval, jealousy, or even malice. The Stoic philosophy's principle is the virtue of self-sufficiency. Why rely on temporary approval from the crowd when true strength lies within the inner realm of the mind? Stoics didn't flaunt their life tactics. They didn't merely conceal their intentions. They held an inner reservoir of confidence, untouched by the constantly shifting currents of public opinion. This leads us to humility, a subtle yet profound quality Stoics passionately embraced. Revealing shared plans can easily be perceived as expressions of arrogance, a triumphant declaration of dominance. Adhering to prudence, they achieved a harmonious balance between their ambitions and modesty. Their actions were cautious but not haughty. Stoic tradition offers us a comprehensive perspective on the importance of confidentiality. It teaches us that safeguarding our goals not only serves as a tactical maneuver, but strengthens our existence, affirming our independence and navigating with humility in a society where seeking approval from others seems paramount. Our moral compass and the pursuit of our unique path with confidence and wisdom should guide us. Don't speak of your doubts and uncertainties. Imagine yourself in a vast forest where each tree symbolizes a state of uncertainty and each shadow reflects a sense of doubt. Instead of howling, seeking answers in our own spirits, following a trajectory that suggests confidence is not meant for outward display, but serves as an inner light, a guiding beacon. We must possess resilience to withstand the storms of viewpoints and judgments from others. Modesty isn't just a virtue displayed outwardly, it's also a protective barrier for the spirit. Therefore, enduring all doubts can strip the soul of its dignity. It's essential to carefully choose the time and the individuals before whom you'll reveal your vulnerabilities. While many seek solutions amid the noise and activity of the external world, profound solutions to the most complex problems can be found in the quiet corners of your heart and mind. By acknowledging certain doubts, you can nurture deep introspection and strengthen a close connection with your core. In short, Stoic wisdom offers valuable guidance during times of uncertainty. There's no need to shout about your doubts to the world. Through silence and reflection, we can bravely and knowingly venture forth into the unknown, relying on our inner sense of direction. Don't speak ill of others. Engaging in criticism is like casting stones into a calm lake, disrupting its peace. Stoics recognize that involvement in judgments and criticism distracts them from self-awareness, expending valuable energy on issues beyond their control. Instead of blaming, Stoics preferred to offer assistance, interacting with others with sympathy and compassion, acknowledging that every person is a complex entity with their internal and external struggles, moments of joy and sorrow, achievements and failures. Criticizing others would demonstrate a lack of understanding and recognition of the complex and multifaceted nature of the human experience. They also understood that criticism, instead of fostering connection, often creates barriers. Recognizing the importance of tranquility and harmony, they knew that using harsh words and quick judgments doesn't contribute to peace, but only leads to conflicts and divisions. The philosophy of Stoicism clearly and consistently conveys the message that it's necessary to act as guardians of our mental and intellectual processes to redirect our attention to our own self-awareness, striving for personal development and moral perfection. In a society where criticism is easily expressed, the principles of Stoicism inspire us to fully embrace understanding, tolerance, and kindness, casting empathetic gestures into the ocean of humanity and acknowledging the ripples of positivity they create. Don't speak of your moments of solitude. While many people strive to fill every moment with stimulation and social interaction, Stoics drew strength from tranquility and solitude. They viewed solitude not as empty space to be filled, but as a sacred refuge where the mind could move freely, liberated from the constraints of external judgments. Contrary to common belief, they didn't experience a sense of isolation. Instead, they felt a deep connection as they immersed themselves in the profound inner world, rich with deep insights. Amidst this tranquility, the deepest reflections surfaced, untouched by any external disturbances. In today's context, where seeking validation through social media has become paramount for many, Stoicism encourages attention redirection. We discover a world where our deepest essence can be liberated. In this profound silence, we uncover the harmony of our core, a resonance that requires no communication but can only be experienced in its pure and authentic form. Don't speak of unlearned lessons from mistakes. One of the most universal phenomena is experiencing failures and setbacks, and how one reacts to these failures reveals their true character. According to the Stoics, these moments aren't characterized by despair. Rather, they open a path to reflection and personal development. A significant portion of people in our modern culture carries the burden of maintaining an idealized image of success. They conceal their failures, seeing them as signs of vulnerability. Stoics urge us to perceive mistakes as guides to personal growth. The Stoic practice of keeping their unlearned lessons secret wasn't driven by a desire to evade responsibilities or hide mistakes. Instead, they sought refuge in deep and internal contemplation. Each failure wasn't seen as a conclusion, but as the beginning of a new phase in the continuous pursuit of excellence and knowledge. Similar to how an artist incorporates mistakes as an integral element of their artwork, Stoics turned their failures into building blocks for personal development. In a society characterized by excessive disclosure and unnecessary visibility, the philosophy of Stoicism serves as a reminder of the necessity of self-reflection and respect for silence. Don't talk about your deepest plans. Understanding that it's not always necessary to expose your intentions to the public is a powerful tool. The Stoics recognize this truth, which sometimes eludes us, showing prudence is not a sign of weakness, but, on the contrary, a demonstration of strength. They view each of their plans or goals as a delicate seed requiring careful care and protection before being revealed publicly. This created a favorable environment for their growth and success, shielded from the whirlwinds of uncertainty, envy, or public criticism. In our time, where every step is carefully documented and disseminated, Stoic philosophy urges us to reconsider our approach to ambition. It asserts that true strength often lies in hidden information, not because we avoid revelations, but because we understand the need to develop our ambitions in a secure environment. The Stoics regarded silence as fertile ground where untapped opportunities and optimism are hidden. It is through this action that we can discover that true magic lies not in our statements to the world, but in our achievements, which we accomplish quietly, thanks to our unwavering resolve.